Hi, my name is Domingo Morales, and I'm doing my presentation on the power of touch. Whether it be a pat on the back or a caress of the arm, the incidental gestures are essential in order to show compassion and solitude. The positive physical contact differentiates human and animals. Complex languages, emotional expressions, and cultures have emptied from this physical contact. However, it seems in the technology advanced world, a non-sexual human touch is becoming more rare. Despite this, advancing research is now showing that it is essential to preserve human touch for the humans to thrive and advance. It appears that with decreasing touch, a child is more likely to adopt violent means of living. According to the American development sociologist James W. Prescott, violence engaged in the society due to the lack of bonding between a mother and the child. Similarly, child development research allows that the absence of physical bonding as well as healthy attachment between the child and adult can lead to substantial emotional disturbances. Touch is also known for helping people bond together. Touch activates the orbitofrontal cortex, which is associated with the feelings of compassion and reward. A simple touch can also trigger the release of oxytocin. The skin also consists of receptors having elicit emotional responses with the help of stimulation of nerve endings and areas that are responsible for responding to pain. Touch also signals trust and safety. Just a simple pat on the back by a parent can motivate a child to do their best. You can see in the video of Kate Ogg and James' story that the touch of the mother and father allow the child to gain back the breath to live, eventually allowing him to grow up a healthy child. Every baby can grow up to benefit from a living touch. The doctors were persistent on establishing that the baby will not manage to live. It appears that they were relying on the first-hand knowledge they had. They must have come across many cases in the past that were similar in nature. Twins are usually tricky to handle during the time of pregnancy. Seeing the condition of the child, they were led to believe that there was no hope left. However, the baby lived. Therefore, one cannot give a very difficult verdict on the doctors since they were relying on their experience and knowledge. However, the miracle must have been shocking to the doctors since they probably never expected that the touch of the mother and father will bring the baby to life. The scenario is definitely worth considering for the doctors since medical miracles are not a new phenomenon. In answering the questions, why are neural connections so important to brain development? Brain connections are critical to communicate, move, and think. The early childhood years are important for establishing these connections. It is expected that at least 1 million neural connections be established every second. They connect the cells in the brain and help in establishing the network that influence every action and thought of an individual, such as intellectual capacity, language, and problem solving. At birth, it appears that a baby's brain is almost a quarter of the size of an average adult brain. However, during the year, it doubles in size and keeps on growing by the age of 5. The brain, being the central organ in a human body, allows a newborn to have all the neurons that will be used throughout life. The connections are crucial in order to support the brain in undertaking in responsibilities of movement, emotions, and language. Brain development also builds up itself as it allows for more connection to be developed over time. It appears that children develop brain connections through their experiences in their everyday lives. They are established through positive interactions with the caregivers, parents, and all the other people that they come across. These interactions allow them to make sense of the world around them. Accordingly, the amount of quality of care interaction as well as stimulations they attain in the early years is critical. A child's relationship with the adults ensure the young children are eager to interact with the world around them. In the video, it showed that the loving touch of the mother and father allowed the child to come back to life. It may seem that the loving interaction gave rise to critical neural connections that affected life in the child. The article by Sharon Faber of Why We All Need to Touch and Be Touched mentions that the warm touch of a therapist allowed the individual to feel loved and attachment, perhaps due to the release of oxytocin. This shows that the physical touch is one of the most significant ways to heal, relieve pain, and feel loved. The touch allowed the individuals to think about the mother, eventually reliving the relationship she had with her. According to the article, the treatment helped her to mourn over her mother, even though all psychological difficulties she was experiencing, and it helped relieve her soul from the pain that caused her grievance. Accordingly, one can understand that direct touch have the power of a therapeutical impact and that can allow the people to feel better and relieve their pain. Thank you.